Isolate the Zionist state! Sanctions now! Isolate the Zionist state! Sanctions now!
The genocide!
Stop the genocide!
End apartheid!
End apartheid!
Genocide!
Stop the genocide!
End apartheid!
End apartheid!
Occupation no more!
This is a sign of their weakness, not of their strength. So we will remain strong. We will keep demonstrating. We will keep boycotting, and we will stand together in solidarity with the women of Gaza, the children of Gaza.
Now, our next speaker is an Assembly member for the North of Ireland, here today representing Sinn Féin, who have always stood shoulder to shoulder with the Palestinians in fighting the forces of occupation. Please make some noise for Emma Sheeran.
Representative, proud of our long-standing solidarity with the Palestinian people, and I call for an immediate and total ceasefire, for an end to the Israeli genocide of the people of Gaza, and a peace process to end this unholy bloodshed. In Ireland, we don't need to be told of the harm of occupation, of oppression, of imperialism. Colonists killed Irish people through starvation too, and they called it a famine then as well. Our country experienced centuries of it, and it was out of that resistance and my movement was born. Thankfully, that is in the past for us, and through the dialogue of brave and courageous leaders, I got to grow up in peace. But this genocide, this apartheid Israeli state, is not confined to the history books. We are watching it being live streamed every day on our screens. And friends, it brings me great shame that the children of the children of the children of those who left the beloved shores of my country when they had to escape hardship and hunger are now complicit in the murder and the ethnic cleansing of Palestinian people through various Western administrations. Our history tells us that it is the women who bear the brunt of the trauma of war. It is the women who hold their children at night, waiting for death to fall upon them. And it is the women who dry their tears every morning. In Ireland, the women were the backbone of our struggle. The scars they bear made them strong, but they shouldn't have had to get them. And on this weekend of International Women's Day, I think of the women and girls of Gaza. What scars will they have to suffer? Over 9,000 women murdered since October. 63 women killed on average every day. Over 60,000 pregnant women in Gaza going through what should be the most magical times of their lives without access to healthcare, maternity services, giving birth without anaesthetic, and then having to watch their precious babies die of hunger. Their cries will haunt the survivors of this for generations. Normal life cannot go on as normal for Palestinians at the minute, but the human condition endures. Women in Gaza have periods too. The cramps and the mood swings that we treat with chocolate and hot water bottles, they don't even have tampons for. There's no menopausal leave from a genocide. This must end now. We must use our influence wherever we are to call for an immediate ceasefire. Ireland stands with Palestine.
Yes.
Saoirse Gum Palestine. Free, free Palestine.
So I'm going to do things a little bit differently, and we're going to have a little sing. So at the Cardiff marches, we do a lot of singing. I've been working with a wonderful choir in South Wales. They have been singing for decades for the liberation of the Palestinian people. So it's an honour to be singing with those guys. Singing has been used in liberation movements for thousands of years. For time immemorial, we have been using singing and music, and it's been right at the core of liberation movements. So I'm going to teach you two phrases. One is a Welsh phrase. Yma o hyd. Yma o hyd means still here. It was written by David Iwan, and it's a rousing story of national survival. Because Wales also has a history of colonisation. So we're going to sing Yma o hyd, and we're also going to sing an Arabic phrase, which the Palestinians use, which is sumud. And sumud means endurance and resilience. So both of these phrases are loaded, really loaded with the spirit of what this is. So I'm going to split you down the middle, okay? And I want all of you guys on this side to be singing Yma o hyd. So just repeat after me. Yma o hyd. And again, Yma o hyd. And you guys are going to be singing sumud. 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 Absolutely. So I'm going to sing it first, and we're going to just keep singing it over and over and over, okay? And really start to feel it. Really open your heart, really be soft and loving, because at the end of the day, that's what we're here for. Ultimately, we are here because we love. Because we love the Palestinian people. Because we do not want anybody to suffer in this world. So, Yma o hyd, Yma o hyd, Yma o hyd, Yma o hyd. Keep singing. Yma o hyd, Yma o hyd, Yma o hyd, Yma o hyd. You carry on. Sumud, sumud. That's you guys. Sumud, sumud. Louder, come on, give it to me, guys. Sumud, sumud. Yma o hyd, sumud. Yma o hyd, sumud. Yma o hyd, sumud. Sumud. You carry on singing, and I'm going to sing over you, okay? Last night I dreamed 10,000 grandmothers from the 1,200 corners of the earth.
told me we cannot wait for governments. There are no peacekeepers boarding planes. There are no leaders who dare to say every life is precious, so it will have to be us. They said we will cup our hands around each heart. We will sing the earth song, the song of water, a song so beautiful that vengeance will turn to weeping. The mourners will embrace and grieve replace every impulse toward harm. 10,000 is not enough, they said. So we have sent this stream like a flock of doves into the sleep world. So wake up and put on your shoes. Those of you who are listening to this, I am bringing the bandages and a bag of scented guavas from my trees. I think I remember the tune. Meet me at the corner. Let's go. Amma ohi tumur, amma ohi tumur, amma ohi tumur, amma ohi. Thank you so much. And lastly, just to finish, I just want to finish with a quote by Carl Jung that has been with me since I have been completely activated by what I believe is the greatest spiritual quest of our time. And this is the quote: "The spirit of evil is a negation of the life force by fear. Only boldness can deliver us from fear. And if the risk isn't taken, the meaning of life is violated." This is how much this means. Free, free Palestine. Thank you.
Every week we will get bigger. Every week we will get better. Because we are still here.
My name's Yasmin. I'm a volunteer for Friends of Al-Aqsa. So as we know, International Women's Day was yesterday. It's a global day where we are able to celebrate women. Unfortunately, that's not something that is possible at the moment. As we know, there's an ongoing bombardment of civilians in Gaza. We're at day 154 now. 9,000 women now have been killed since October. That's 5 months. It's an absolute necessity that we have an immediate ceasefire, and until then we cannot celebrate things like International Women's Day. We need a call for women to be protected at all costs. There are 150,000 women in Gaza who are pregnant and breastfeeding, for example. With the complete lack of access to humanitarian aid, to sanitary products, these women are at very high risk. There have been a 300% increase in the amount of miscarriages happening, and so our call is for an immediate ceasefire, a permanent ceasefire in Gaza, a protection at all costs of all civilians. And so today's 10th national protest is very significant for that reason. It's very, very important that we call on the UK government to call for a ceasefire, to call Israel out for the genocidal acts that have been going on, and to put sanctions on Israel as well. We will continue to come out here every single week until there is an immediate ceasefire and until there is an end to the ongoing occupation of Palestine for the last 75 years. So today is also very important in terms of we're just around the corner from Ramadan. Our brothers and sisters in Gaza are going to be having one of the worst Ramadans to date, let alone, you know, the lack of access to food and aid. They're absolutely, the bombing is going to be continuing during Ramadan, and so it's going to be a very difficult situation for them. Our call from Friends of Al-Aqsa is for people to have an ethical Ramadan. As we break our fasts in our homes, safe and comfortable, we're asking people to make sure that they're checking the label. So Check the Label is a campaign where we're asking communities to, when they're buying their produce, specifically in Ramadan while they're buying their dates, we're making sure that all produce is not from Israel. We will make sure that we boycott Israeli dates, you know, until there is an immediate ceasefire, until there is an end to the occupation. So make sure you're telling your communities to check the label when you're buying produce.